Hello, people. This is Farmer Al with another episode. This episode, we will be talking about raising chickens, turkeys, poultry, ducks. They all general. Uh, I don't have anything with chickens right now. I don't have no guineas, turkeys, and ducks. But a couple more episodes, I will have some more. But the first thing we're gonna need for these babies is a coop. So let's talk about what a coop is and all that good old stuff. Now this is a coop. It's just a little building for the chickens to sleep in. This part right here, this little play area for them is called a run. They can exercise, do whatever they need to do. This is the coop. It has to be covered. Uh, I like mine's. First off, this is a deep litter method. You know, the deep litter method, or you can have a floor. But the floor will need to be cleaned if you have a wood floor, concrete, vinyl, whatever. If you got them living in the barn with a hardwood floor, whatever, you will need to clean the floor maybe once a year. It depends on if you're using a deep litter method or not. But basically, the deep litter method is ground, just ground and straw. Uh, Dirt, straw, sand, all that. It keeps the smell down, and it also provides warmth, and it's also fertilizer, as you can see. Uh, just make sure it has a roof so they can't get wet. Make sure that they have roost bars. These roost bars is where they sleep at night. Just try to keep them as tall as possible. You know, at least 4 feet, 5 feet off the ground. Uh, Here's another roost bar where they can sleep at night. They also use this right here as a roost bar. This run is covered so they can't escape, and no hawks and eagles can't come down and eat them. Raccoons, foxes, whatever, they can't come down. Raccoons, they will climb. Possums climb, so that secures that. Let's talk about feed. Uh, Chickens. My chickens free range. Free range or pasture means that I let them out every day so they can eat the grass, bugs, their natural diet like a bird's supposed to eat. It is now November. My grass going green, but I'm sorry, my grass is brown, but you know, we still got some green parts. I usually start feeding them around January when that real cold snap come in. Then I would get them some corn, sunflower seeds, flax seeds. But other than that, they love fresh grass and bugs. You know, exercise, digging, scratching, like a natural bird diet should be. Uh, do not feed them chocolate. Don't feed them citrus. Uh, don't feed them chocolate. Don't feed them citrus. Uh, Everything else, no spoiled foods, but everything else is pretty good. They are omnivores, meaning they eat meat and vegetables. I had a little salad for them, beans, corn, you know, a bunch of mixed vegetables. They love that. Uh, it all depends on if you're doing organic or not. Organic is no chemicals, you know, just straight natural foods. I don't give them any raw meat, but they can eat raw meat. Uh, you know, they omnivores. They baby dinosaurs. So you know how that is. But another thing is they eating poop. No, chickens do not eat their own poop. If they do, you starving them. Simple as that. If they eat their own poop, you starving them. I seen a chicken eat poop one time, and it was a fairly young rooster, like this white one right here with the white earlobes. He was about 6 months. Uh, he reached down there and pecked it. And as soon as he pecked it, he got a nasty taste in his mouth. I could tell because he was running around, screaming, wiping his mouth, went and drank some water, shaking his head, trying to get that nasty taste out of his mouth. So no, they don't eat poop. Eggs. If you are raising them for eggs, you need hens. And a hen usually starts laying eggs around 5 months. You don't need roosters for the hens to lay eggs. You only need roosters for hatching. If you would like to produce your own chickens and you want some babies, then you will need a rooster. And then she will start sitting on eggs. It'll be a cluster. However many it is, she'll sit on them. When you go collect them, she'll fight you for them. So that's when you know she's ready to have babies. They usually lay an egg around once a day, once every 24, 25 hours. But it all depends on what breed you have. There are cold weather breeds and there are warm weather breeds. I prefer you get both if you want eggs year round. Thank you, girls. If you want eggs year round, I prefer that you get, both cool weather breed and warm weather breed. You can get these white ones are white rocks. They lay around 200 eggs a year, 180 to 200 eggs a year. The black ones are black australopes. They usually lay around 300 eggs a year. They are warm hardy and cold hardy. The rocks, they warm hardy. Get them all the same age if you can. And if you have chicks, the chicks have to be at 95 degrees for their first week. The second week, you can drop the temperatures down to 90 degrees. The third week, you can drop the temperature down to 85. The fourth week, 80, and 5 degrees every week until it hits 70 degrees. Once it takes them like 2 months to get all their feathers, once they hatch, and then they will be able to withstand cold and freezing temperatures. But until then, if they babies and they get wet or they get cold, they will die. So you must keep them in a box and with a heat lamp. But if you have their mother with them, their mother will keep them warm. They will hide under their mother wings and follow her around, and she will teach them. As far as breeds, you can get these grow slow. These are natural chickens. If you would like the chickens that grow in 6 weeks at the grocery store, you can get them also. But you will be spending a lot more money in feed because they eat 24/7. But it's up to you what breed you want. I like the natural breed, the ones that take 6 months to reach eating size, because I think that's better. I don't like the GMO, hybrid, all that type of stuff. I like all my animals to be natural. And these animals and birds will lay their own eggs and they will produce kids. Now the ones we get out of the grocery store, the Cornish Rock, Cross, hybrid, from birth to 6 weeks, they'll reach 10 pounds, but they won't lay any eggs. You have to use artificial fertilization and all that stuff, but to me, it's just not worth it, you know. And then every year you got to go back and buy more chickens. When my chickens have babies naturally, and the ones I don't like, I can eat. And I also get fresh eggs every day. As far as them getting sick and medicine, as long as you keep your coop fairly clean, they won't get no diseases, you know. And if they do happen to get sick, you can give them something called Vet RX. Vet RX is like a mixture of herbs and flowers and essential oils. Just get them a couple drops of that in their water, and that'll kill any respiratory problems like a flu, cold, or anything like that if you hear them sneezing. I also give them garlic. See, the foods they eat is their medicine. Garlic, that's a good antibacterial, antimicrobial, antiviral. It cleans their body. Just like vinegar. You put vinegar in their water, it's a dewormer. Apple cider vinegar and their water to help keep the worms out of them. Parsley, dandelion, all that good old stuff. Pumpkin seeds is another one. Pumpkin seeds is another good wormer form, dewormer. Just trying to think, and if y'all got any questions, I will be happy to answer them. But you don't have to have this same exact set. See, now they having sex. You might missed it. It was real quick. See her getting up, doing her feathers like that? He just made it her. It lasts about 3 seconds. Then after that, it's over. But a hen can keep sperm from the male in her system for a month. So 30 days after he mate her, you can still have some fertile eggs. Fresh water. They must have fresh water daily in order to keep laying eggs. If not, your production will drop. Pumpkin seeds is another good dewormer. It's a lot of natural dewormers for them. I don't like to put their food on the ground. I like a trowel or something for them to eat off of. Help cut down on worms also that they pick up off the ground. And this is their egg box. You can use anything for an egg box, but preferably keep it up off the ground if you're in the middle of the woods, because rats, mice, they will get in there. Snakes, they will get in there and try to eat the eggs. And you just keep it in a place that has room for them. But 4 chickens use the same nest box, and your next nest box is supposed to be 1 foot by 1 foot, 1 foot wide by 1 foot tall. But I just got this big dog house here because I got 20 hens and I let all 20 of them use this. I had another one, but they ain't use that. Everybody likes this one, so that's what it is. But when I have a hen that's broody, I move her to the barn. She has her own barn when she get ready to have babies. So if you got a chicken that's having babies and she want to hatch, you can mark the eggs. One chicken can usually hatch 15 eggs if she's a medium-sized hen. So give her 12 to 15 eggs. You can write on with a magic marker. So if you see some new eggs in there that don't have writing on them, those are the ones you can eat. But move your hen to a different place so the other hens can't mess with her and disturb her and her eggs, because that'll throw the whole process off. I use their poop for fertilizer. It's great. So I got some dirt in the bottom. That's what I collect the poop on. I use 1 parts per 3. 1 bucket of 3 buckets of dirt to 1 bucket of manure, and I mix it all up and I let it sit for 3 months. I turn it, let it sit in the sun, turn it, let it sit in the sun, put some green grass in there, put some eggshells in there, bone meal, fish bone meal, all that good old stuff. And that's the greatest fertilizer you can ever have. That's how I strain mine. With a rake, right there. It don't matter if you get a little feathers in it or not. Take that. Boom. There we go. And that is my fertilizer. What else? I'm trying to make sure I ain't forgetting nothing else, y'all. I like to get 1 rooster per 10 hens. But my 1 rooster can handle all 15 of my hens, but I have 3 roosters and 15 hens. It all depends. Springtime come, I'm locking everybody up together. The old white ones gonna be together. And Mr. Roo right here, the big brown one, he is gonna have his colored girls. So try to start a new breeding program. But all these are full breeds, except for the one with a little white on her. And she is a cross between 2 different breeds. But those crosses lay around 300 eggs a year. But they only effective for around 2.5 years. And I just seen a hawk up there flying. That's why they made that sound, but they're alright. But they will lay eggs outside of the coop. They'll lay eggs somewhere everywhere. So you had to run around, play Easter egg hunt. Go ahead, ladies. Y'all good. And that's Big Rooster right there. He will protect the ladies. He'll scratch. He'll dance. He'll hold food in his mouth. And if a hawk or something come, hopefully he'll protect them. If you got a rooster that run and don't protect his girls, when the threat come, get out of there. If you got a rooster that don't protect his girls, when threat come, put him in the pot. 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 See, that's all they want to do. Run out there in them woods. They be out there all day, fending for themselves. It's survival of the fittest out here. Nature. Don't have them locked up in there all day, because it's just like jail. They get stressed out and they will stop laying eggs. If they do not get out, they will stop laying eggs. Like I said, for 10 months, I don't feed them nothing. They eat off the land. All the grass, trees, woods, they eat off the land for 10 months. For 2 months, January, February, I give them corn, a couple seeds, whatever, but this is what they like to do. They like to scratch, go in the woods and find their own food. If you're going organic, those bags are $30, $35 a piece for the organic feed. And they eat 2 bags a week. So over a year, that's a couple $1,000. Mine, they pretty, healthy, doing what they love to do. See, they scratching. Hey boy, don't be shy. I'm just showing the people what's going on. See, they scratching for bugs, insects, worms, grubs, seeds. That's their natural diet. Even in the wintertime, in the dead of wintertime, they really don't like that feed, man. They'd rather come out here and get it how they live. That's their nature. So I let them live in tune with nature. They give me better eggs. My eggs are much healthier. The yolks are dark yellow. My bird's happier, and I'm happier come getting my eggs. But if I keep them caged up, they'll stop laying eggs. So, y'all got any questions or anything? Just hit me up in the comment section. Let me get back to work. Thank you for tuning in. Like, subscribe, or whatever. If you got any questions, want to see anything else, I will be free to give you my knowledge. But as far as with turkeys, don't raise turkeys with chickens, because turkeys will get black head and die. Everything else is good. All right, y'all. I think I covered it. If not, I had to do another episode. Until next time, peace. Let me get up out of here and finish doing my work.